Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, man, we're back on the channel. We got a body cam by Beyond Evil, right? It is Beyond Evil, right? Yeah. Today's body cam, we got sister realizes her brother is actually the killer. That's crazy, ain't it? Real crazy. But hey, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to first support, all you gotta do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
Lock in with a thumbs up.
Hey, let's get into it. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's about. You ready?
We're concerned about Barb. She's not answering her phone. This is not normal. Okay.
This is Kim Mortimer. Seconds from now, she'll learn that her mom and dad were brutally stabbed inside her family house.
Barb is dead. She passed away.
Why this man got this big ass smile on his face?
Barb is dead.
Or is that me?
Police officers are searching the entire state for the person responsible for leaving the police department and its town on edge with their senseless murder. But for Kim, this is a nightmare come true because the killer is someone she knows personally and had warned police about.
You know how many times we have called the police and they just don't believe us. They just don't fucking believe us. They don't believe us.
As investigators close in on the suspect, they'll have to come face to face with a level of insanity so intense it will leave them shocked for the rest of their lives.
She went down and the guy over the top of her is doing this.
Okay.
I think he said his mom was trying to give him a blowjob, so it's like.
Does he have any friends? Like, did he isolate himself from everybody?
Like, his parents isolated him. He's not allowed to be around anyone anymore.
It's August the 9th, 2024. At about 4 p.m., the Green Township Police Department received an urgent 911 call from a concerned neighbor. He has just witnessed something happening next door, something he was never supposed to see.
What's the address of your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I live at 3365 Palm Hill Lane, and my neighbors down the street, it looked like somebody ran out the yard. They were on the porch yelling help. It looks like a man was stabbing a lady and just dragged her body back inside her house.
Did you see him?
It's on the same side as my house. Yes, I saw him. He started yelling help. I saw him leaning over her on the porch. It looked like he was stabbing her. He walked back inside. She laid there, and then he just came back outside and drug her body inside.
Okay.
And she was moaning.
Okay.
Officer Jackson is the only closest officer to be dispatched to the address. Jackson, however, is completely unaware that he's about to uncover one of the most gruesome scenes the town has ever seen.
Wow.
What house am I looking for? It's the house with the gentleman sitting on the front porch.
Okay, what is
somebody got stabbed on the front porch?
Okay, a female?
It sounded like a female. I don't know. It looks like he's bloody, though. I mean, it could have been him screaming.
Okay. What happened, man?
This is 75-year-old Thomas Mortimer, his life hanging on a thin thread as he's bleeding out from stab wounds to his body. But he refuses the officers' help. He wants them to save his wife, who is still inside the house.
Is your wife here too? Was she attacked? Is she stabbed? Robert 50 down, 2 victims. Start me another squad, please.
Copy, 2 victims.
Are you stabbed in the side? Where's your wife stabbed at? Okay. I'm gonna go check on her, okay?
If you know any hands off,
Damn, I got a female victim here inside the house as well. I don't think there's much we can do on that one.
In the living room, Officer Jackson locates 75-year-old Barbara Mortimer. Her body is covered with multiple stab wounds, including a fatal hit to her neck. She isn't responding. Within seconds, she'll be pronounced deceased on the scene. While the police clear the house, a group of paramedics would arrive to examine the victim. Soon, they would reveal only one horrifying reality about her manner of death. Whoever attacked her, they wanted her dead. The suspect is nowhere to be found, but they left some crucial evidence on the scene. A kitchen knife covered in blood. There is also open shelves under the kitchen counter full of other smaller knives, as if the suspect was looking for a specific weapon to carry out a murder. After sweeping the entire house, officers come to the chilling realization. They suspect the killer isn't a complete stranger. The victims might have lived with him this entire time. Investigators would soon locate a room for one person filled with personal belongings, male clothing, and a table with various tablets, medications specifically for treating mental health conditions. And it's right in the middle of the investigation when Officer Jackson is called by someone who claims to have witnessed the attack and know the suspect personally.
Hello. What's your name, ma'am?
Claire Tenenfeld.
Clint Tenenfeld. Do you live here alone?
My husband went out to the swimming pool. No, I don't live here.
But you were here alone when this happened?
Yeah, I was in the room over there
Okay.
on my computer, and I could look out the door.
Did you hear anything or see
Tom
anything?
came out, and he did blood all over him.
Yeah. Did he say anything, or did you hear him say anything?
I think he's somebody's stabbed. Yeah, Ken is his son's name. He's got mental problems. I think
Okay.
he's in his 40s or something like that.
Okay.
He lives with. He's there.
Did you see Ken here at the house today?
I think I saw him run around and go into the garage area. But
Police finally have a name: Kenneth Mortimer, the son of Thomas and the deceased Barbara Mortimer. And according to the eyewitness, she saw his mother fall on the porch screaming and him dragging Barbara back into the house where she was brutally dealt with. But Kenneth made a major slip-up. There is a trail of blood droplets leading from the body to the street. It continues to the driveway until it suddenly cuts off. It seems the suspect used a car to flee the murder scene. Just as investigators mobilize to find any details about the escape vehicle, the police department receives a second call, this time from another witness who claims to have seen the suspect's rushed exit.
Just called it in, and it looked like somebody got stabbed down the street.
Yeah.
The guy who did stab is leaving in a Honda. It's gray in color. It looks like there's somebody outside the house that got stabbed.
Okay, so I got the plate number. What type of Honda was it again?
I couldn't tell what kind it was. It looks like it was I thought it was a lady who got stabbed. It looked like a
van
silver man.
Or SUV?
Sedan. Sedan.
Okay. You know which way they took which direction they took off? Is it out towards like Basswood?
It looked like they went left onto Basswood.
Left on Basswood.
Off of Palm Hill, left onto Basswood.
All patrol units in the area were immediately informed of a gray Honda Civic, and to exercise extreme caution. The suspect may be experiencing a mental health crisis and pose a danger to anyone who crosses his path. The only thing officers are left with is a disturbing yet puzzling question. What would make Kenneth kill his mom and almost murder his father in such a brutal way? Now, only the suspect can tell them the full story. But what officers don't know yet, there is someone who always knew their death was only a matter of time. As the investigation continues, a black truck pulls up to the scene. This is Kim, the victim's daughter. Her mom suddenly stopped answering her phone, so she came to check on her, only to find that her childhood home was a crime scene. Though Kim is unaware of this, It is about to become the worst day of her life.
We're concerned about Barb. She's not answering her phone. This is not normal.
Okay. If you guys, yeah.
Based on what I'm seeing here, I have an idea.
Barb is dead. She passed away. You guys can go.
Kim, I got her.
Okay.
I got her.
Kim knows that her brother, Kenneth, killed their mother. The news hit her the hardest because Kim knew this was bound to happen one way or another.
I'm so fucking pissed right now.
It's not gonna help. It's not gonna help.
You know how many times we have called the police and they just don't believe us. They just don't fucking believe us. They don't believe us.
It doesn't change what happened.
Please listen. Please listen. When people tell you that they are in danger, do not.
It's
Okay. Yeah, just head down to UC. Okay.
Something seemed off about Kenneth, but she couldn't explain it. Her friend would step in to say they had tried to do what they believed to be the right thing, to take her parents somewhere safe, far away from their son.
This is not toward you guys.
No. Yeah.
The system failed us. The system failed us. I mean, there was threats left and right. We were threatened. They were threatened. Every time her father leaves to go do something, he's a veteran, and there's all kinds of stuff. He has a lot of health issues. I would run out to my home to stay there. But recently she had cancer and she has a bag and all that, and she was embarrassed to use it in my home. I actually set up a room for her to stay there and be comfortable. I'll be there. Just give me a second. I'll be right there. But she was too embarrassed. She's very close with her mom. We've tried. We've done everything we could to. It's what happened has already happened. You know what I mean? Now we just have to do the situation moving forward on this part.
Before the murder, Barbara Mortimer was.
Is that her dad? Because I know he said that's his wife, but I wonder is that her dad?
Oh.
But I understand because a lot of women are closer with their mom, especially.
They all got the same last name, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Because I know she's so. I'm like, because I haven't heard her ask anything about, you know what I'm saying, the father, the male, but you never know.
Diagnosed with cancer, as confirmed by her medical records and medication found inside their house, such as Lynparza. Kim wanted to separate the family from the danger she believed was worse than a terminal disease, her own brother Kenneth. But it didn't work. This reaction only proves that officers need to get a hold of Kenneth at all costs and sooner rather than later. However, not even the victim's daughter could tell them why Kenneth had attacked his own parents, until another witness stepped in, a neighbor who saw Kenneth change from the very beginning.
Me, Ken, and the guy that used to live here back in the day always hung out. No one's talked to Ken in like 10 years, but he won't talk to me. He hates me. My friend OD'd in the front yard, I guess, and I stopped hanging out with all of them because I don't want to friggin' be hanging out with that shit. And then I guess he lost his marbles kind of when I saw kind of 10 years ago or something. And
does he have any friends? Like, did he isolate himself from everybody?
Like, his parents isolated him. Like, after Andy passed away, I tried to take him, like, the thing for his layout and stuff, and his mom and dad wouldn't let me see him. Like, they, like, were like, he's not allowed to be around anyone anymore. Or something. Jared said it. When Jared says it, it sounds ridiculous and funny, so I laugh, but I'm not laughing.
Was he ever into drugs?
So this is the weird thing. Ken used to only smoke weed and never drank alcohol. But then when we just talked to Mike with Detective Stanley, they said that he was an alcoholic or something now. I was like, I've never seen Ken drink a sip of alcohol. So I guess like when everyone stopped talking, because no one has talked to Ken in like 10 years.
Did you guys all grow up here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If what the neighbor is saying,
so now we understand. We kind of got what, like a I guess we would call it a trigger, the reason why the down, like, spiral downfall, because it seems and appears that at one point he was okay, and then a traumatic event happens which can alter people's mindsets and moods, and can be a life lasting effect to some people. You know, especially like a loved one or somebody that's close, like a best friend or somebody that close to you. But I wonder, why would the family feel as though it's important for him to?
Maybe they also seen changes and wanted him to not be influenced, but maybe by other people or be doing what other people are doing, or they probably feel like he may be. I don't know if he was showing like aggression or something. They maybe didn't want him to be around other people, maybe harm other people. We don't know for sure.
Don't know, yeah.
Or it could just be maybe not, because they don't want him to go down that same path and be influenced and be around. I don't know. That's a good question.
Did you guys all grow up here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
if what the neighbor is saying is true, then officers can't help but ask, why would Kenneth's parents isolate him from the world? Were there any underlying problems that he had been experiencing? Or did he do something so horrendous his parents had no choice but to hide him away? Either way.
Oh, because that's why I was thinking this, and I forgot to say it. Or could it possibly be that he did have some type of, but this triggered it to possibly made it worse?
Mm-hmm. The neighbor believes what his parents did never worked, as she watched her former friends change for the worse in real time.
And I always tried to include Ken, me and Jared, because we know he was always kind of awkward and weird. He went to St. X. He's not stupid, but he is delayed. When he comes up, he has no emotion. He's like, hi, how you doing? It's very it's just.
So he doesn't walk the street. He does.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does.
He does take these night walks.
All right.
And then I told him, I said, about a month ago we were hearing these rumors that he got arrested for at West Fork Park or something, but his dad, I think, is a lawyer, and I tried to look it up, and I actually stuck up for Ken, because I was like, I can't find anything on the internet about it, and I was like, and I don't think we should be saying stuff if we don't know it's true. But I didn't know if his dad's a lawyer and could get things deleted off the internet. I don't know what.
After doing a thorough background check, investigators came to a shocking realization that Kenneth Mortimer had always had unpredictable behavior. In 2022, he was charged with assaulting a female back in Michigan, but due to his mental condition, the judge only sentenced him to 5 months in jail with an additional 5 months in psychiatric care. After serving his sentence, he returned to live with his parents in Ohio, but he never changed. In 2023, he was arrested again after exposing himself in Veterans Park, which resulted in a probation sentence and a 93-day stay in jail. However, in January of 2024, he violated it for failing to complete required corrective thinking courses.
So, honestly, he should have been locked up.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been locked up at least for some years on 2 cases pertaining to, and then you have a violation. He should have done some jail time.
Should have. Yeah.
Which could have 100 or
some type of
put into a facility for extended treatment.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, or something of the nature. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like he's getting these slap on the wrist things, and it's just like.
And then things are just getting worse and worse and
spiraling.
Worse. Yeah.
And soon, all his neighbors would see how unrecognizable and even aggressive he had become.
I saw him outside. I was like, hey, Ken. He's like, I just want to let you know, Jared's going to be a dad. with his girlfriend down in North Carolina, Melody. He's like, he fucks Melody. And I was like, this girl down in North Carolina. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. And I said, okay.
If the suspect had been this hostile to his friends, the police can only imagine how he treated his parents and why he may be a danger to everyone in the vicinity, not just of his hometown, but the whole state of Ohio. That day, luck was on the police side. Shortly after this conversation, a gray Honda Civic matching the description was located near Mount Airy Forest. When officers approached the vehicle, they found Kenneth inside, covered in blood. But instead of trying to escape the arrest, Kenneth does something no officer could have expected him to do.
The car at all, we read him as rights. Because he was already spilling stuff immediately. So. Okay. Are they bolted or just rolling out? All right. Ready to rock and roll? Yeah, I'll swap out cuffs with you. All right, so do you want to hop out for me? You're just going to change your cuffs out. Switch off, did that? Same face and cuff for me.
Despite not being in the interrogation room yet, Kenneth doesn't wait for any formalities to start showing his true and quite explicit feelings towards his parents.
Information to the St. Patrick.
If you ass motherfuckers didn't drive me down to that fucking hospital the fucking last week of January, this shit would never happen.
Wait. He said if you did or didn't.
Hold on.
Information to the St. Patrick.
If you ass motherfuckers didn't drive me down to the...
It sounded like he said didn't drive me down.
Information to the St. Patrick.
If you ass motherfuckers didn't drive me down to that fucking hospital the fucking last week of January, this shit would never happen. Who the fuck were those two motherfuckers?
You go ahead.
Did he get? Cause didn't they say something about he had to go to a treatment facility?
Yeah. So is he trying to say they gave him some stuff, or treated him for something, and that
or did you go to a facility and you didn't want to go to?
And you didn't want to, and it pissed you off. Like, what do you mean?
But then, in that regard, why still go after your parents?
Right. Still don't make.
You
sense.
still need. You're sick in head. You need help.
Yeah.
They gotta be all that.
Because they're fucking. Because I got injected in my fucking little bitch.
That's not very nice.
Well, you never have to experience fucking Invega. You probably never heard of it. I don't know.
What's that? You know what that is? Say what you was saying.
No, I was gonna say because I know a lot of times like just people that I know that have like went like to like any mental facility or something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of times they do be mad. Like the ones that I know, a lot of like they do be mad because they don't want to go.
Yeah.
Like it's like you force them to go, but they also be because they don't want to be like medicated.
Yeah.
And so I figured they're probably
his case as well. Forcefully medicated. So Invega is an atypical. That's you. Antipsychotic. Okay, antipsychotic primarily used to treat schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder. It works by.
You don't have to read all that.
I'm just trying to educate myself. Like that's reading is fundamental. I never heard of this medication before.
Okay, well if you want to, you can.
So it's oral tablets.
You probably haven't. I just hope you never have to experience Invega.
So, was you properly?
All right, my man. Have a seat, okay? Well, he said, quoting him, I think he said his mom was trying to give him a blowjob. So that's why. While this is down. Hey, you're on one because you ran out of hops. Excuse me. Yes. Go ahead, 82.
Up to this point, officers thought they knew how unpredictable Kenneth can be. As he is transported to the police department for questioning, investigators will soon realize how random he can actually be.
Because you're arresting me for no reason. What the fuck? You obviously have a problem with me, so...
Ken, who brought you water?
I don't know why you have a problem with me. Why do you have a problem with me?
But surprises will begin to appear even before the actual interrogation begins. Officers still need to get him through the standard registration procedure, such as taking a mugshot. And Kenneth will show a bit that he's quite an unusual person to deal with.
You know what I just thought about? He is kind of like not all there because he lives at the home. And even the manner of how the home was kind of ransacked, and then someone's looking for something when there was knives already right here in the nightstand. But it's like he went and it's like he's disassociated with in the moment that the crime was committed, because that's like me say, for instance, I need to go get a knife. I know where our knives are kept. Unless they're not in there and they're being clean, then I would. But I want to be pulling this drawer, looking for a knife. I know exactly where you live there. You've been living there since you was a child. You know where the knives are kept. Why would you have to go through multiple drawers to look for a knife? That kind of gives me the understanding of where his mindset is at the moment. I assume.
They'll be changing them right now, or? Nah, we're gonna wait on that. Kenneth, we're gonna take you inside, okay? You're good. Now step on out for us.
So should I miss me?
I'm gonna follow this gentleman here. Ooh. Kenneth, we're gonna go over and have a seat on the bench here. Stay up. I'm going to take the cuffs off you, okay?
Can I please get a glass of water?
Not yet.
Why not? You're being gay. You're being gay. Your fault for being gay. You guys drove me down to the University of Cincinnati Hospital because you're being gay. You're being gay.
Shortly after, Kenneth is seated inside an interrogation room. In about 30 minutes, two detectives will go inside, read the suspect his rights, and start questioning him. Currently, they have two questions that puzzle the investigation. Why did Kenneth attack his own parents? And, more importantly, why target his mother specifically? The detectives suspect Kenneth had a hidden animosity towards Barbara, the kind that his father, Thomas, was lucky enough not to attract and live another day. For now, though, investigators will start slowly and keep the suspect calm, but it will only work for a short period of time.
So, how long have you been living with mom and dad?
Since on and off, pretty much for 25 years, but I've been living there since like 2015, pretty much is when I moved back in.
Did you ever, have you moved out to another apartment or anything like that? Where do you work?
I don't work anywhere.
Have you ever, where was the last place you worked?
I delivered food for DoorDash for 6 months last year.
Okay. And that was your only source of income?
Yeah.
How are you, like, paying the bills now, or?
I don't have any bills. They just buy my food and buy me just my food and my gas and stuff.
Okay, so mom and dad support you?
Yeah.
Financially with, how do you pay for your car?
I don't, why are you asking me this?
Well, I'm just trying to, I don't know you, Ken, so I'm just trying to get to know you a little.
I don't care. No. Don't try to get to, let's skip that part.
Okay.
Just don't try to get to know me.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
What else do you want to talk about?
Well, obviously you had a rough day, and I'm trying to get to understand why you had such a rough day.
I don't care. I spent 5 months in a psychiatric hospital in Michigan in 2022.
Okay.
So I don't care about anything.
Okay.
This is the first surprising response, and the detective sees something else in this, an opening. As criminal records confirm, Kenneth has been arrested in Michigan. Detectives know why, but they want to hear their suspect's side of the story, since it seems to have left a huge mark that changed his life forever.
What were you in there for? That why, just because you don't care about anything?
Because the judge
because the judge didn't like me, and he found me incompetent to stand trial. He just didn't like me.
So you had been arrested in Michigan?
Yeah.
What were you arrested for?
I pulled up to some lady and hit a little dent in her car and told her to fucking suck my goddamn. And she said, lick my fucker. Okay. Drove off, and then I thought I was being arrested for something else. Because some girl at the Hampton Inn, a housekeeper at the Hampton Inn, lied to the police and told the police that she had to run down the hall and get away from me.
Okay. And is that what you were arrested for?
I thought I was being arrested for felonious assault for, the housekeeper said I forced myself into a hotel room and took my pants off and stuff and took my belt off and then I just want to talk to my attorney or.
So far, Kenneth doesn't seem to lie, though he downplays the severity of his criminal records. The only thing that cannot be downplayed now is the murder he committed. Still, the detective gives Kenneth a chance to explain himself and provide a believable reason, only to be met with a twisted admission they were not prepared to hear.
She just said, you're not staying here. And I told her to shut up. I told her to shut up again. And then my dad said, should we call the police? And my mom said, the police aren't going to do anything. We need to call the crisis unit. And I just grabbed the knife, stabbed my dad in the fucking head.
Okay. Where was Dad when that happened?
He was sitting on the couch.
So your dad was on the couch when that happened?
Yeah.
And then what about Mom? What was Mom doing when that happened?
When I stabbed him, she stood up and she went, ah! I guess I just stabbed her. I don't really remember. She just started going outside and I just...
Kenneth laughs as he remembers stabbing his parents and even mocking his own mother's reaction. What's worse, he is showing no remorse or regret for what he has done. There is no other way around it. Detectives are sure he hates his mother, and they still don't know why.
So did you know, or do you know that it's wrong to stab your dad?
I couldn't take it anymore. They were just stressing me out.
Well, let me ask you about that. So that are they nagging you to get a job or to do that?
They don't nag me to get a job. I was applying to get Social Security benefits.
So can you tell me why for what reason did Mom not want you at the house tonight?
Just because she was getting sick of me saying stuff to her.
What would you say to her?
I don't know. I just don't know what we're talking about. She was just being annoying.
So today, what was her main complaint with you today?
I cut up the shower curtain because the sound of the shower was stressing me out, so I cut a piece off, and then I had to use a towel to put outside the bathtub because water was leaking down, and she found a towel with a pretty soaked heavy towel, and she got upset.
Okay. When did you cut the shower curtain?
I don't know.
Was it today? Was it yesterday?
A few weeks ago. I've been putting the towel down to stop the water from getting on the floor outside the bathtub.
And then she's been kind of on you about that for the last couple of weeks?
No, she just found out today that that's what I was doing, and she just got upset and was furious, and she went out to, I guess, buy a shower curtain at Target or Walmart or something.
How long was she kind of griping at you and yelling at you today about it?
I don't know, probably for like half an hour.
Yeah, and after half an hour of that, you got pretty mad?
I don't remember. I just left.
When did you leave?
I don't remember. I just left a couple times today, and I went out and I bought a couple beers, and I went to the park, and I went to Mount Airy Forest and drove around, and then I drove back to the house.
This claim might sound somewhat reasonable to Kenneth, but it does not satisfy the detectives. They believe there was something bigger at play, a final trigger that pushed Kenneth to his limits and to completely lose it.
Can we cut to the chase here? I mean, what do you want to know?
I want to know why you stabbed your mom.
Because she told me that they were going to call the crisis unit on me. And that was the last, she told me I wasn't allowed to stay there tonight, and she said that like 4 or 5 times. And then they were getting their phones and calling the crisis unit, and I wasn't having it.
Let me ask you this. You think they should have just called and not even said anything? and just had them pull up and take them?
I mean, I don't think it really would have mattered.
That could have prevented the attack, I feel like. You don't think so?
I don't think it would have mattered. Maybe for today, but he's still gonna be like, he's mad every time when he go and they hold him maybe for 30 days, 60 days. I don't know how long they even hold him for. For treatment, and then he's just to be released right back there, and that probably piss him off, still. So, honestly, probably wouldn't have mattered because he's upset with everyone anytime he has to go and come back, or he has to go, period. You know what I'm saying?
Because honestly,
the police, maybe he would have been, okay, police, but it's you talking about putting me back in, like, that's where he like, no, I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? That really upsets him, which is so...
Because he is incompetent to stand trial for certain things, because he doesn't understand what he does is wrong. And that's one of the things they try to see if you're competent, like your mind, mental processing. I feel like he kind of knows right from wrong, but he doesn't understand what he's like emotionally. I don't think he's attached to understanding wrong. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't see fault in anything he does. So it's his mental processing, like, you get what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
No, because I know something to you.
No, I'm thinking because I just always like, I know people, I guess also it'd be more so before one of those trials when he was like, oh, he's incompetent.
Yeah.
And and they put him in, he did however many days or whatever, or they put him in the psychiatric facility. Was he already like previously diagnosed with something?
I would like to know that too.
Because I do know people that are like diagnosed with things, some, not all, they'll like still do an evaluation and be like, okay, they'll deem them, competent enough or incompetent or whatever the case would be. But I just wonder, like in his case, because there's been a lot of people on trial that don't show emotion or don't have remorse or feel like, whatever, because you said that or whatever, but maybe they do know. I'm trying to see like where, like how do some are competent that may fall in the same category and some that's not that may fall in that same. So I just be wondering like what do they look for to deem this person or that person, or whatever the case may be, because
I guess like a good person to break that down would be somebody like on the judge side of the whole legal aspect, not necessarily even from a lawyer standpoint, because lawyers see side, but like a judge who will rule on that. Because and I feel like that's the only way you can get a proper answer.
Who does like the actual?
The judge would say whether or not that they go. Oh,
I'm saying like who actually like do the evaluation.
You saying like from possibly like a psychiatrist?
Yeah, like I'm just I would like.
Okay.
I just would like someone that's more knowledgeable
on a psychiatrist side.
Because I'm a little, ignorant when it comes to like that stuff. I don't.
You know any
I'm
psychiatrists? I don't think I know any.
Yes, I do.
Somebody.
You do too.
Who?
You know her too.
Who?
I don't know your little nickname, but JG. I tell you.
Oh, that's what she went to school.
That's what
no.
Yeah.
Not my nickname.
Yeah.
But
that's what she. Yeah.
Oh.
She's one.
But of what though?
What you mean of what?
Like a psychiatrist of what? There's different levels. Like you got so I was saying like on a mental aspect. I don't know what I'm saying, but you got people who do like family psychiatrists, and so I know people who do that aspect. Like I even went to school with a girl she's a psychiatrist, but she's more in the school system. And so that's what I was saying.
I just know she's at a facility, like some.
I thought she was at a college.
I have to figure out exactly where she is.
Is she out like Nebraska?
Yeah, that's where she's at.
That's what
that's where she's at.
But I thought she was at a school. I thought she was a professor. I swear, I thought she was teaching.
Oh, well, you know, but regardless of the fact, she studied that, so I would still like someone that's in that field or that's in their career, whatever it is. Like I need someone that's more knowledgeable. I don't care what you do, where you at, where you like. I need someone that's more knowledgeable to just break it down and explain like whatever. Yeah, because I always wonder.
I feel you.
So why didn't you
want them to call the crisis unit?
Because they're stupid. What do you mean? They're fucking stupid.
The crisis unit is?
Yeah.
You haven't had any luck dealing with those folks?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I can understand. No, I'm sympathizing with you. I can't understand, how you feel. That's why I'm trying to get at how you feel and what set you off today.
I just told you they were picking up their phones to call the crisis unit, and that was the last straw. I had to stay in the hospital, and the first time it was ridiculous, and the second time it was even more ridiculous, and then the third time it was a joke, and then the fourth time it was 5 months in Michigan, which was just boring.
That was his fourth. Hold on, he said that was his fourth time was the one that's staying in Michigan. So he's been.
Yeah.
So that kind of answers your question. Has he previously before all that? Because the Michigan situation. Oh. So how old was he when he was diagnosed?
And then the fourth time it was 5 months in Michigan, which was just boring. And then it was the fifth time, which they called the crisis unit on me. And
have you been to the psychiatric unit here since you've been back from Michigan in 2022?
Yeah, I mean, you guys drove me down to the University of Cincinnati Hospital and the last day of January, and pretty much the last day of January, you guys drove me down to the hospital.
And you didn't want that to happen again today?
Yeah, there was no way. I was dealing with another psychiatrist. I was not dealing with another psychiatrist, and I have an alcohol problem, and I needed to drink tonight. I needed a drink tonight. That was it. I needed a drink. I have alcohol use disorder.
That detail alone finally explains Kenneth's attack sequences. He targeted his father first to prevent him from calling 911 or psychiatric services. Once his father was immobilized, he chased his mother down, dragged her back into the house, and kept stabbing her until she drew her last breath. This was nothing more than an act of utmost hatred, a revenge for threatening him, and he wanted to make sure the weapon he chose got the job done.
What did you stab your mom and dad with?
The biggest kitchen knife in the house.
What, when you say the biggest, about how long was it?
It was like that long.
Okay. Was it like a bread knife or a...
No, it was a big knife. It was a big...
Because I see the frustration he get. I wondered, like, with him getting interviewed and talked to, is it bringing him back to, like, possibly, like, his times in his psychiatry or therapy section? He's like, I'm tired of asking all these questions. I did it, but you get what I mean? I wonder if this is one of, like, is this how he is in therapy?
Oh, knife.
Where is that knife now, do you know?
I don't know. It's probably sitting at my house unless you guys took it as evidence. What, you want me to stab somebody else?
Indeed, the murder weapon is noticeably bigger than the rest of the knives found at the scene, and once he got it, nothing could stop him.
You stabbed mom first, is that right?
No, I stabbed my dad first.
Okay. And he just continued to sit there until your mom got up?
He just sat there. I think I stabbed him a couple times or something, and my mom stood up and went, ah!
And then she tried to go to, she went out the front door.
Yeah.
And she made it to, what, the porch? I haven't been to the house, so.
She was just on the porch, yeah.
Was she sitting on the steps? Was she standing?
I pushed her to the ground or something. I don't remember.
Okay. So you pushed her to the ground on the porch. And you drug her back into the house?
Yeah.
Where did you drag her to?
Just right inside the house, right inside the house.
So when you go in the front door of your house, is that the living room or is there a foyer?
There's just the living room there. Yeah,
Okay.
It's just a foyer, I guess, or something. I don't know.
So you drug her through the front door into the porch, or I'm sorry, from the porch in the front door into the living room.
Yeah.
And then what'd you do?
I guess I stabbed her some more, I guess. I don't know.
Do you remember how many times or where?
No, I don't remember.
And where was your dad at that point?
I think he started like walking. I think he was like in the kitchen and he just told me to stop, I guess, maybe, or something. And then he started to walk. I was like, what is he doing? He's standing in the kitchen like this. And then he walked into the TV room towards the back door and he just told me to stop, please. I just said, please stop. You're killing me. And I was just like, he ended up walking out the back door.
And once he walked out the back door, did you follow?
No, I think I went out the front door.
So you went out the front door, and then where'd you go?
I just got in my car and left.
Okay. Do you remember where you drove?
No, I'm not talking about it anymore.
Okay.
The way Kenneth is telling his story and follows each action thoroughly pushes the detectives to think that the whole murder was pre-planned. Has Kenneth actually thought of doing it before? And did those repeated thoughts help him carry out the murder?
You thought about doing this stuff before?
What?
Have you thought about hurting your mom and dad before?
No, I'm not answering that question.
Why not?
Oh shit, never mind.
And that's my point.
Hold on.
And that's because me just with the little knowledge that I know, not like on like this level or whatever the case may be, but just like, just knowing like little things, right?
I just hate to get to this point.
A lot of times I'm like, because even how he's sitting here like answering everything, I'm like, yes, he's, diagnosed, whatever, he's on whatever medication, taking it or not, I don't know, whatever the case may be. I'm looking just on the outside looking in, which I could be totally wrong, which is cool. But I'm just like,
My bad.
but I'm just kind of like, it's giving understanding. It's giving
awareness.
Aware of everything. It's not giving I blacked out or I had an outer body or these
episodes.
voices or something pushed me to do it or I was hearing things or whatever. It's not giving that.
Okay.
So it's giving just, you pissed me off, I did what I did.
I'm not going back. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. Because when he said that, he said, I'm not answering that. He knows I can't answer that because that will show premeditation.
It's not.
Have you thought about hurting yourself before?
I'm not answering that question either.
Have you ever thought about hurting anybody else?
I'm not answering that question.
Why won't you answer those questions?
I'm just not.
You gotta be a reason.
No, there's not a reason.
All right, give us a minute, we'll be right back, okay?
Suddenly, Kenneth refuses to answer and seems agitated, but detectives still have a question left unanswered. Why doesn't the suspect seem disturbed by his own crime? Is there an underlying reason that explains Kenneth's behavior and nonchalant attitude, the kind he doesn't want to reveal? That's what the detectives are about to bring up, and they need to prepare. Detectives leave the room and order an officer to put handcuffs on the suspect. It ensures the safety of the police department and Kenneth's own well-being in case he loses it once detectives start pressuring him again.
Yeah, that is true. I do wonder because even with the girl that had walked down and was like, he doesn't really show emotion like that anyway.
But also he's been diagnosed with several things, so they could be able to use that to excuse his actions of certain things. But he's real nonchalant. I know we be seeing people nonchalant. I'm nonchalant. I'm nonchalant. No, that's nonchalant.
Yeah. You made me lose my train of thought. What I was about to say.
My bad.
You can press play.
Go ahead and say. Try to figure it out.
I'm not trying to figure it out.
You're being cooperative with us. You're talking to us. Okay. You're not giving us a hard time. And what we're trying to figure out is how did things get so bad so quick?
They have been bad for a long time.
Okay.
They've just been really bad. She wasn't real. She was acting like she was going to commit to get me to feel sorry for her and have sympathy. She did it 3 times, and she laughed about it. She thought it was funny. And she...
So this is over your whole lifetime, over the last couple months, last years? What?
Ever since I got back from Michigan.
Okay.
I
talk with no emotion.
I delivered food for 6 months, and then it was over.
Yeah. Well, we're just trying to figure out why did things blow up today to the point.
I told you she was picking up the phone to call the crisis unit.
Okay, and you just weren't going to let that happen today.
That was the last straw. She got what she asked for. She wasn't real.
It is completely unclear what Kenneth means by not being real. And in this case, the suspect may as well have his own meaning for the word. And that's exactly what the detective wants to make Kenneth uncover for them.
She got what she asked for, and she wasn't real.
What do you mean she wasn't real?
She wasn't real. I don't know what to tell you. I had to deal with a psychologist giving me a psychological exam last week on August 1st. And I had to tell her, well, she asked me if I hear or see anything. And I told her that I was in bed and I heard a knock on the door at like 8:30 in the morning. And I'm like, what the hell was that? I thought I was going to be arrested. So I immediately get out of bed and I look out the window, the front door, and there's nobody there. And there's nobody around. Like, nobody could have ran away that fast. They would have had to, like, run immediately as fast as they can, run around to the left side of my house so I couldn't see them.
What do you think you were going to do?
And it doesn't matter, because you're arresting me for no reason. And that doesn't matter because the knock on the door, there's nobody there. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go downstairs, my mom's sitting there, and she says, I say, what's going on with this knock at the door? And she was like, I didn't hear a knock. So that's it. All right, so, and then I hear her walking upstairs in the bathroom, and I'm like, okay, she's upstairs doing something in the bathroom, and she was being loud, and I turn the corner, and I hear the stuff upstairs, and I turn the corner, and she's right there in the bathroom downstairs, and I was like, there's just 2 of her. I don't know.
This is even worse than detectives thought. Kenneth is more than likely suffering from auditory and visual hallucinations. And judging by the way he talks about this, Kenneth sounds disturbed, panicked even. He looks like he doesn't want to experience reality and is afraid of it in general. However, he never wanted professional help, and those who tried to get him professional help paid the highest price for it.
Like, has your mom dealt with mental health issues while you were growing up?
She was so crazy. I don't know what she was doing when I was growing up. I just remember that she washed my mouth out with soap a couple times, and my dad threatened to beat me with a belt a couple times for like no reason, but it didn't happen. I don't know why they were threatening me. I don't know. I had to drink vodka at all costs, and if that meant stabbing her to death, that's what happened. So what? That's it. That's what you're asking me. I'm telling you, that's it.
By numbing.
See, that's why I'm be touching it. So with them saying that he's like, experiencing auditory and visual hallucinations.
That's part of his.
Yes. I'm wondering, at that time, because when you talk, it makes me lose my train of thought. At that time, was he experiencing those at that time, or is he just saying that he's experienced them in the past before?
I feel like he just said he experienced them in the past. That's what made him realize in his mind that she's not real.
Okay.
But with her threatening that she was gonna call,
and he was said that was the last straw.
He said, "Oh, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all think I'm going to this facility?
Fuck
I'm
that.
drinking my vodka tonight."
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why. Because he said he has the alcohol use disorder, which is a disorder. I didn't know that was a such thing. AUD.
Alcohol use disorder?
No, but it's a medical brain condition characterized by the inability to control or stop drinking despite adverse consequences to one's health, relationships, or career. So no matter how, they cannot stop.
That's
but I'm just like, I know we
you
call
just
people.
Never use, you just
I
never,
know we just call people alcoholics, right? Be like, no matter what,
never,
they just.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they actually diagnosed you with this like the disorder. I ain't know, like, I know we be like alcoholics, like.
You just never known anyone that actually medically been diagnosed.
Yeah. But the old girl said previous before, he was just a weed smoker. When did the alcohol thing kick in?
Yeah.
And I guess from traumatic experience, but it appears though he's always had these issues, but I wonder, did it heighten the issue when his friend, and then so he might get on a alcohol binge then, because he was like, I don't want to use anything else, so let me go to alcohol because it might be better for me. You know what I mean? I don't know.
His condition with alcohol, he made it even worse for himself. This confirms one terrifying reality. Kenneth's condition has been deteriorating, and the delusions he encountered only made his perception of reality worse. The detective fears the only possibility. One of these delusions might have occurred during the murder. This alone would have made it easier for him to carry out the brutal stabbing and to end the life of his mother, for whom he also had genuine animosity. With that, detectives can't do anything but end the interrogation and leave Kenneth alone, except for one thing. As part of standard procedure, Kenneth's DNA and photos need to be taken before he can be sent to custody. Shortly after, a third detective comes in, ready to go through with that part of the plan. He expects no trouble from Kenneth, but it seems that the suspect hasn't calmed down from the interview.
So, if it's cool by you, we're going to rub a Q-tip on the inside of your mouth. And it just says you don't have to let us do that.
Okay, well, no, I'm not going to let you do it then.
Okay, well, here's how it goes. You can do whatever you want. It's certainly up to you. But this is a process. It's a serious process. And we're just asking for your help and cooperation. You've been kind and agreeable with me. This is a Q-tip. We do need this. So if you don't consent, you're just going to be here longer because we got a search warrant to get it from you before we take it.
All right, fine, then do it.
Okay, cool. Can you do that?
I don't know what your problem is.
Okay. Well, you just yelled at me.
I don't know what your problem with me is. I mean, you obviously have a problem with me, so. I don't know why you have a problem with me. Why do you have a problem with me?
For some reason, Kenneth is tensed up. The second detective grows cautious and watches Kenneth's every move, preparing for the worst. But what happens next only proves the police's darkest suspicions about their suspect.
What's that?
Are you kidding me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you real?
Okay.
Is he real?
Let's try this, Ken. Can you take your left hand and put it out like this for me? Like flat down.
Why does this matter? Why are you doing this?
Why do you think you're here, Ken?
Well, why are you saying that? Why is he saying this? Where are you from? Where's your girl, dude? Where are you from, man?
Okay. Can you flip your hand upside down?
Why is he doing this?
There is a high chance that what Kenneth just experienced here was another delusion. He could not believe the detective was real, a human being who does his job. And that's what's interesting. The suspect doesn't feel the same aggression towards the second detective who watches him closely. To Kenneth, he appears to be normal. The detective quickly finishes the procedure and leaves the room to stop the suspect from growing even more anxious. But this event tells the police more than enough about the events of that day. Kenneth's father, Thomas, suffered from critical injuries such as a fractured rib and a punctured lung, but he survived the attack and recovered in hospital. A year after the murder, on August the 8th of 2025, a Hamilton County judge sentenced 41-year-old Kenneth Mortimer to at least 45 years in prison. Mortimer pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter, attempted murder, kidnapping, and felonious assault. As part of his plea agreement, prosecutors reduced the most serious charge to aggravated murder, which would have landed him a life in prison. We would like to extend our sincere condolences to the members of the Mortimer family for their loss.
Rest in peace to Barbara.
Barbara.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That was a lot.
Was a lot. Was 100% a lot. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I really just don't know. Are you surprised that he got sentenced and they didn't go the other route or what he's previously, you know?
No.
Because honestly, like, we've seen people who have previously be diagnosed get life, and those who weren't previously diagnosed then get diagnosed and then get just treatment.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, I'm always like confused because different states are different.
But you remember that woman that killed her mom and cut her heart out?
Yeah.
She was already diagnosed.
Yeah.
But then also still ruled incompetent and for treatment.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'd be so confused because things are not like, you know,
set in stone.
Like, you know, same across the board. So definitely my other questions I had. I would like those answered because I am just curious and I just like to learn.
See, like, I need to go holler at my friend. Well, yeah.
Whatever, yeah. But anywho.
Y'all didn't graduate together, did you?
She older than me.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
Is she?
A year.
She graduated a year? Swear I ain't. I thought. I don't know. Mm-hmm. She graduated with B.
Yeah. They graduated together.
Did E graduate with them?
Who was E?
That's her real first name.
Who? Oh, I thought that's who you was talking about. B is E. Who was B then? You said the B.
B-E-T-H.
Yeah, no, but then you said E, and then I'm like, you already said
E is your
B.
cousin.
My cousin? Let's just go, because I don't know who you're talking about. E is my cousin. Yeah, we always talking cold, and I don't be doing who
your cousin's last name is B because of her who she married to.
Married?
Yes.
What cousin married? Check my brain.
I'm
tired.
Last name is B now because she's married.
Oh, no, me and her graduated together.
Okay.
Oh, no, me and her graduated together.
How you? I said your cousin.
Because when you said,
still don't, you still don't know who you're talking. I know B name is E.
You confused me because when you said B and then you said E, I'm like, oh, well, E is her actual name.
Yeah.
But so I thought you was just correcting yourself. I didn't know you said something about
because we never called her by her real name. So
we didn't either.
We just called her by
that
B.
just confused me. Yeah, but me and E graduated together. B and J graduated together.
Okay.
Yes.
Y'all spin what's up, man.
Please.
Let us know y'all thoughts in the comments for us down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid
We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar.